All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golfballing podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jackson. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Sean and Nick. Nick's in outer space right now.
Yeah,
Congrats, Nick.
yeah, new setup here in outer space. Elon Musk chose me for his SpaceX mission to Jupiter.
I've always considered Jackson to be more of a space cadet, but
Yeah,
hey, whatever works for you.
yeah. No, I mean, with Jackson having a major in theology, I thought
It's
it would
not a
probably.
major. It's a
First of
minor.
all, I love that was mentioned on the last podcast, and you got a DM like, "Yo, are you actually like studying theology?"
You really threw that in 40 seconds into this.
I just think it's hilarious that you took too many credits of theology, and now you can get a theology minor.
That's what I was telling the guy. I was like, basically, I transferred. I didn't really know what to take, so I just took some theology classes and bada bing, bada boom. I'm one class away from a minor.
And you might know less about theology than any theology minor ever. So
I would say, considering we went to a private or a Catholic high school, and I've taken over 7 theology classes, I would say the
Extra.
fact that I wouldn't be like I couldn't do a lot. I don't know anything about theology just in general, to be quite honest, and that's my minor. So I think that says a lot about kind of the schooling system today.
does that say a lot about
Yeah.
the education system or you as a student?
I would definitely say it's a little bit more of me as a student, and I've had great theology professors.
But side note, we should talk about some golf.
Well, golf was on this week.
Golf's back, baby. Golf is back.
And
Yeah, this
if
was
you didn't
Jackson's.
know-
This is Jackson's official start of the season. The waste management.
I agree
Yes.
with that. I actually kind of agree.
This is the start of the season, but really quickly, before we talk about the first tournament of the 2021 season, I decided this episode, I say this every fucking time, but I swear to God, this episode will be on YouTube if you want to see our visuals. So Nick, no picking your nose like every episode we've ever done. And you could see what he just did in reaction to that. So that will be on there. But yes, we had golf on today. Yesterday.
Yeah, geez, man. It's Monday, buddy.
Fuck.
Dude, it's Monday. That was a golf tournament.
I mean-
That was a golf tournament, no doubt.
Absolutely wild finish to the end of the
it
tournament
was
there.
probably more entertaining than the Super Bowl. I mean, wildly more entertaining than the Super Bowl.
I would say 100%. I would say if you remotely like golf, it was 100%.
Not
more
even
entertaining.
if you liked golf. Like if you were casually viewing golf today, like this was the perfect stage for someone to be like, I mean, you throw on the waste management before a Super Bowl party if COVID wasn't a thing and we had like more Super Bowl parties going on. Like this showcased what like how electric golf could be, especially if we had fans and Brooks is doing the shit he's doing, like people like and fucking Steve Stricker's playing the way he's playing. Like this was an all-time like one of the best waste management.
Sal Torres is back up there as well. What he top 30 it or what do you get? I don't remember.
Top
We'll figure
12.
that out later. Was it top 12?
He was
He
17th.
Because he
17th.
he did good Sunday, right?
He shot even par on Sunday.
Oh, so he did bad Sunday.
But back to Brooks for a second. I loved like right before the win was like technically official. One of the commentators was like, "Yeah, Brooks doesn't usually play well in tournaments where there's no buzz, and being that there are no fans out here, there's really not a lot." Just absolutely called him out.
This is his 8th PGA win, right?
Yeah, second waste management.
No, this is his first. What? Is it really?
He's won the
No,
waste
his-
management previously.
That was his
Was it?
first PGA Tour win, I'm pretty sure.
No, it was not. He's won the waste management previously. The
No,
PGA
but I
Tour,
saw a graphic.
the PGA Tour has they tweeted a picture today of him with the trophy years ago. It said how it started,
When the
and then a picture
fuck
of
did
yesterday,
you-
and it said how it's going. He won it.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
early.
that's what I said. I thought it was his first PGA Tour win.
Oh, wait, Nick. I thought you were making a joke that that yesterday was his first ever PGA Tour win.
No, I was making I thought that was his first
Dude.
PGA Tour win.
Is this
And
right
then
around?
Sean-
Is this around?
Everyone was making fun of me. I don't
No,
know.
I
I
thought
thought
you
that
made
because
a
I saw the
joke.
graphic, like how's it go, like how it started, how it's going. So I was like, and he had him in a Titleist hat.
How on earth? How on earth did I not know Brooks Koepka? Really?
Yes.
Was this like when? Is this in the days when like Phil Mickelson shot 30 under and they had to like really like look in the mirror and be like, well, this isn't right. What
Yeah,
year
his
did
first ever fucking win
what
was
year?
the fucking Waste Management.
Oh.
Who's telling me no?
Oh, that's what you were saying. I thought you.
Yeah,
No, I misunderstood what you were saying. But he won.
2015.
Yeah,
I thought
2015.
you were making a joke.
I thought he
No,
was
I
trying
was
to say it
saying-
was like his first non-major.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was joking about as well.
No, his first fucking PGA Tour win.
I think
Fuck's
it's because
sake.
you made it seem like you didn't know that he'd won it previously, and maybe just something got crossed with Jackson not knowing that Brooks had won it previously, which is absolutely wild.
How did
to
I
know
not?
that.
I kind of just figured that out as well, like until I saw the graphic.
Because I
I'm not
like
gonna lie.
the only reason I knew that before this week is because he won that tournament. That was his first professional win, and then he won 3 majors after that. And people were like, he shouldn't have won that Waste Management because then it would be sick if he'd only won majors.
Oh my god, I did not know that about Brooks. That would be absolutely unreal.
I knew he won one tour event before, but I didn't know it was the Waste. Like the Waste Management is like what I think Brooks should have won as his first tour event, but also at the same time they showed that picture. I'm like, who is that guy?
He looks totally different. It would have been pretty wild though. Like I would love to see a Brooks career where he won like 6 majors and no other PGA Tour events.
That would. We're waiting for a golf star like that. Before we talk about like player or like the tournament, I want to make a real quick apology to kind of just the Waste Management in general, because I've always viewed it as more of a players or a fan tournament, and
You've always viewed it
as it's what
you've always viewed it as a waste of
Yeah,
the PGA
yeah.
Tour event.
no, not a waste of it, but it's more it's engaging, it's
joke, though?
interactive.
Do you get
No,
the joke?
but
Waste management.
Yes,
Waste.
it was the most obvious joke you could have made. We all got it.
I get this
Knee
one. I
slapper
got
right
this-
there,
I
boys.
got this joke. But I've always been like, I mean, because Phil Mickelson shot 30 under, however, a long time ago. But I gotta say, I think I was wrong, and I think having the fans there just makes it almost like a different turn. I don't know. I might be the only one who thinks this, but I have like this newfound respect for the Waste Management, and it's like every year I would look to the Waste Management and be like, I cannot wait. The fans are going to be electric. The content is going to be awesome. And then this week it was more of like, that was actually really cool. Like the back nine was awesome. And we were talking a few days ago about how electric 15, 16, 17, and 18 are. And they proved us right, man.
Yeah, I feel like this was kind of the first time with the Waste Management where like TPC Scottsdale actually looked really cool on TV.
Yeah.
Just because usually
looked
you are only paying attention to the atmosphere there.
It was absolutely beautiful.
I thought it was cool. Here's the thing is that I feel like we don't get a ton of. I feel like in the past couple of years we haven't gotten a ton of like a star-studded tournament field, or like we don't get like Spieth, Xander, and Brooks playing in it, or like being in the top. Like it's normally like fucking.
There's usually a rando in there. Like,
Yeah,
who
it's
is
normally
Hahn?
just a bunch of randos and then like Ricky Fowler. Like
I mean-
Ricky Fowler's always in contention.
But he's like backdooring it. He's like
Yeah.
Ricky's backdooring it.
Yeah, I mean you did have Steve Stricker in the top 4 as well, which is
Yeah.
wild.
It's incredible. It's incredible. This was just, dude. I can't even.
Put him on the Ryder Cup team.
I even just like words can't even fathom how great this was. I am so excited for golf. I haven't felt like this since Rory's peak.
I think this was the great. Okay, if we're gonna start talking about the tournament, because I don't want to move away from it. But I think this is Brooks. Brooks is back. Like this was, I put money on Brooks to win earlier in the day just because I'm like, this is the most Brooks way to win. Like as soon as he started making a couple birdies, I'm like, okay, it's kind of over. He's too good on Sundays. That's my personal thing. He always knows how to backdoor a top 5 finish, backdoor a fucking win. Fucking Brooks. Fucking Brooks.
Xander and Jordan being 1 and 2 Sunday definitely helps his case. I'm sorry, Xander and Jordan, but
yeah, I mean Brooks played some phenomenal golf on a day where all the leaders were just kind of stagnant. Nobody was really playing well. It was just sloppy golf from the leaders.
I love Brooks. I think Brooks is like this was something to put him on track. He probably won't play golf for the next 2 months. Because he's like, okay, I won. Jenna's like, can I see you at home for a little bit, and then we'll see him at the Masters.
Yeah,
he's gonna win the Masters.
We'll for sure see him at the Masters. That's probably it.
Yeah, I disagree, man. I think
maybe the Genesis.
Nick, I'm fully hopping on board with your take, and I can't believe how on point you were with your take. Because when we did PGA Tour, you guys can go back and look at our predictions because they're actually looking pretty decent. I would say that Brooks Koepka kind of has that Patrick Reed mentality almost right now. Like he has been out of the media for so long, because he hasn't really. Back when he was winning all these majors, he was swing changes, injuries, whatever it is. Like he's been out of the media for so long, comes back, wins the Waste Management. I don't remember exactly how many wins you said Brooks was gonna get, but I definitely would have to say I would totally agree he wins at least one other tournament that's relatively minor, and I say he wins a relatively big tournament. I'd say at least 3 wins for Brooks on the year, which is pretty crazy.
It depends if he plays in 3 events that are non-majors as well.
Yeah, that's a big ask out of Brooks.
Yeah,
I just think that I think that everyone's kind of forgetting about Brooks, and he's using that. First off, I highly doubt he is really paying attention to it, but I'm sure he's got that competitor athlete mindset. Like, oh, you guys forgot who I am. You think I can only win majors? Well, here, let me go do this.
I mean, even after the win, though, all people are talking about is Jordan Spieth.
Everyone's starting, but I absolutely
love anymore.
But I absolutely love Jordan Spieth makes golf fun, Nick.
I know he does. I love Jordan. There's no hate against Jordan.
I
love him.
61 on Saturday.
His career low
61.
Good for him.
Jordan
but did he win the
Spieth
tournament? No, he choked again. He's
but isn't that crazy? He shot 61.
Okay, I know people who've shot 59 before and they suck at golf.
But this is Jordan. This is 27-year-old Jordan. The announcers the 27. Whole fucking day. First off, the announcers the whole day were acting as if Jordan Spieth was 52, and they're acting like it's Bernhard. They're acting like it's Bernhard in the Masters. Like, oh, he's still got it. Like, let's
ranking right now. Like what? 70?
32. What is Jordan Spieth's ranking? 32, 30,
he's
33
right now.
No, dude, this definitely bumped him up. Bumped him up to at least 50.
Jackson, I did hear the announcers at one point say oh, back in Jordan's heyday.
You're
saying that about you're saying that about a 27-year-old guy.
What are we talking? 3 years ago heyday?
Let's think about this. Steve Stricker. Steve Stricker had a top fucking 4, right? Steve Stricker, right?
Yeah, Steve Stricker's back.
Steve Stricker, 54-year-old fucking Steve Stricker had a top 4 at this fucking tournament. And we're talking about, oh, look how Spieth shot 61. Yeah, great. But this doesn't prove anything for Jordan. It proves a lot for Brooks. We're not going to talk. We can prove
I think you guys should make some guesses as to what Jordan's rank is right now.
68.
I have 2. My first one's 34, and my second one is 52.
All right. Well, Nick is very close.
Damn it.
He is. He's 69th in the world.
God damn it!
I literally went 70th and 68. Let's fucking go.
What a number.
Yeah, I think if you even look at that list, I think there's the bottom 30. I feel like there's probably 30 guys that I'd be like, I don't know. Right now, I'd take them over Spieth right now. Personally.
Yeah, but the thing that was so encouraging about this performance is, I mean, you can't even argue he drove the ball like shit. Yeah. Ranked 64th.
He whips out a hybrid. and he duffs it the first hole.
Yeah.
I
mean,
was freaking out.
Yeah, he was 64th in strokes gained off the tee. His driving on Sunday was horrible. He had the two-way miss going. But what people are so excited about is his iron play was fucking unbelievable.
Do you mean that he led the field in strokes gained, and before the week he was ranked 204th?
Yeah, he's been
looking up stats right now, Jackson.
That's been something he's been struggling with recently, and that's when he was good. That's what he was good at.
I know. So I root for Spieth, but this was like, for me, watching this, I don't care how well he was hitting his irons. I was just like, fuck.
Well, Spieth. I think it's more of first, like, this dude, it's with Spieth, like, he has more of an issue with driving, which is so strange because I feel like a lot of players who win are putting lights out. I think that considering...
Wait, what was that fucking comment right there? He's probably
I think Jackson was saying he's a good enough putter to win.
Okay.
But the thing is, his driving is so bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying, Nick, is I feel like most golfers, when they win a tournament, their putting is lights out, and that's
but I feel like driving
major
very.
Driving's very prep, but he's third to last in strokes gained off the tee. I think that it's just a really promising.
But here's my thing: it's great promising, but here's the thing: is like, just think about like your own golf game, right? Like, if you're struggling with your irons, or let's say you're struggling with your driver, but you're playing really well with your irons. When you start to go fix your driver, then your irons start to go to shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like a rodeo. Like, what clubs are going to be good? You got to find that right balance, right?
Yeah, but like the thing is, he's not that far off with his driver. If he can just get it down to a one-way miss, he'll be fine.
He did have a lot of unlucky bounces.
His iron play is very encouraging, and he makes big putts when it matters. So
what happens when trees are in the way, though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he actually starts seeing like.
Well,
that's my thing with the driver.
That's the thing about Spieth is he's only good the way he plays right now. He's only good at certain courses. Like, he needs courses where you can have some pretty massive misses because he like led the field in distance from the fairway on a missed fairway. Like, so essentially when he missed, it was huge.
So let's say this. Don't take him for the US
Scottsdale,
Open.
No, he's not a US Open player. TPC Scottsdale is a great course for that. Augusta's a good course for that to an extent. That's why he plays well there. But a lot like the Open with the state of his game right now, it's not good.
I want to say real quick, like, Spieth, I think it's like with Nick's point, it's more promising. Like, what we're trying to get at is the promise, because but last year Spieth only had 3 top 10s. Top 10 this week. Like, I just think it's
what place did he end up finishing?
He tied for 4th.
Oh, he tied for 4th as Steve Stricker.
It's just such a great sign. Does you're a fan of
make
golf,
a Ryder Cup? Does he make the Ryder Cup team this year?
100% makes the Ryder Cup this year.
No.
You cannot have Jordan Spieth not in the Ryder Cup.
No way.
Are you fucking
you guys don't think he makes a Ryder Cup?
No, he hasn't played well enough recently for him to be even close in the standings. It's pretty tough taking a captain's pick on him unless he starts playing lights out golf.
I'm taking the risk. I made a video 75 days ago why Jordan Spieth is back. 75 days ago.
75 days ago.
I mean, I'm not saying that he's trending in the right direction for sure, but I'm just saying I don't think he's making the Ryder Cup this year.
Yeah, and I'm taking the gamble. I'm gonna take it. I think he makes the cup this year.
If the Ryder Cup were next year, maybe, but I don't think he has time to do enough this year.
No. For the Ryder Cup, because I know like if you win the US Open and stuff like that, don't you get? Does Gary Woodland get a spot because he should have got a spot last year?
I believe so, but I don't remember.
Yeah, because I wonder how that all works if like
the carryover.
Yeah, because Gary's not playing great at all.
Yeah,
I don't want to waste a spot on him right now.
I would waste a
job. Also, like that would.
You don't want to waste a spot on your Wilson guy.
Well, yeah, I love the brand, but also at the same time, like he's not playing. Like, I mean, there's a lot of really good USA golfers playing right now, but I also feel bad because like he's not getting another. Has he made a Ryder Cup team? Can't even think.
Jordan's
President's Cup. No, Gary Woodland. President's Cup probably, but like I'm just saying, like that would be like if not like if this is his first Ryder Cup, that'd kind of fucking blow. If like I don't know, whatever that is. But the USA team's like looking scary good. I like that we got guys playing in Europe as well.
Yeah.
But wait,
Do you
before we get to Europe, Xander Schauffele, I think I'm on the take of like he is. I don't know if he'll ever win a golf tournament. I think he'll finish like top 5, but I don't know if he'll ever win a golf tournament. That guy is. He's
hard
speed,
to win, man.
but
Who wins first, Xander or Tony Finau?
fuck, I don't know. I absolutely love Xander's swing though. Like his swing is so pure.
His wedges were so bad yesterday.
I mean, Xander's got 4 wins.
So
I get
you're
it, but I'm saying like from now, like I just feel like when was his last win? Probably like 2018.
It was last year. No, it was last year.
I'm pretty sure it was last year.
It was
Yeah.
last year.
It just feels like he doesn't.
He's also ranked number 1 in the FedEx Cup right now.
Oh
He's definitely a top 5 golfer in the world.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying I feel like he doesn't win. Like he's so good. Always feel like I see him in contention, but he just doesn't win.
Isn't he 27, just like Spieth? It's crazy. Spieth, they're the same age, and they've had very, very different careers. Whereas
Like,
their
I personally-
talent is
I
very,
feel like
very close.
yeah. Like Xander just has like a photo. God, I love that guy's swing. Fuck. So when was his last tour win?
Yeah.
2020?
It was last year.
Come on, stat guy.
I was looking up Spieth's age, but
I'll look up.
Jackson was
27.
correct. Yeah, they are the same age.
It's got to be Xander Schauffele. He probably won like a fucking.
I know
Macoba
100%
Classic.
he won a tournament last year. I cannot remember which one it was.
I'm pretty confident that you're right about that. Yeah.
Macoba Classic.
Was it the Punakana? No, it wasn't.
It's got to be some bullshit like that.
No, I think it was before the pandemic.
Oh really?
I
Then it doesn't
don't-
count.
Oh, maybe I think it was 2019. He finished.
What did I tell you?
He
2019.
won 2 tournaments in 2019.
Okay,
Oh.
so he hasn't
What
won.
did he win?
He won the WGC HSBC Champions event
Not a real tournament.
and the Century Tournament of Champions.
Oh, it
No, my
was
favorite
the same.
tournament. Yeah.
So
He's at a drought. Wait, 2019 he won the Century. I thought that was Justin Thomas.
no, that was
2020. That was 2020.
because who won it this year?
It's weird because that's like considered the
Wait, no, wait. Did he win in? Wait, I thought no. I'm so confused now.
We're
'cause
spending a lot of time on this.
They
Harris
just-
English.
He won
You
the
know
Century.
how-
He won the Century on January 6th, 2019.
You
That
know
was
how
last
they
time.
could easily.
So that's a while. That's 2 years ago.
You know, an easy way they could solve this dilemma with the PGA Tour is just by making the calendars annually.
Yeah,
It
dude,
would be
that
pretty simple.
really kind of confused me because I'm like 29. I'm like, well, Harris English won it in 2020, and then I was like, no, that's not right. Yeah, dude, Xander hasn't won in a while. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this guy's
Either
too
is
talented
Spieth.
not to win. But he's
Either
way.
is
I think
Finau.
Xander is way better than Spieth right now.
I would
way
say
better,
like
for sure.
Finau and Xander have like the same.
But I think
potential.
Xander's better than Finau. I think Xander's right now the best player to not win in the past 2 years. I think that's a good take.
I think if Tony Finau played this weekend instead of overseas, I think he's right there.
Why did he play overseas? That doesn't make sense. He's
Half the tour
American.
did.
Yeah.
I mean, Dustin John. I know we wanted to wait a little bit, but Dustin Johnson won. Tony Finau bogey 16 and 17. He was right in it. Bryson played there. Pretty star-struck field. I love what the European Tour. I just love their whole vibe, man. I love it.
Yeah, real quickly back to Nick's Finau and Xander comparison. So Xander's played 7 events so far this year. How many top 10s do you think he has?
0.
4.
No, wait, actually, didn't he
He
top
just
6?
had one this week, man. He has 5 top 10s in
5 top
7
10s.
events this year. That's very Finau-esque.
Yeah, dude, is Xander going to be that? Like, I could see Xander not winning for the next 2 years, but like doing very Like, he's a great player, but I just feel like he chokes.
They're just two of the most consistent golfers. Like they're consistently high on the leaderboard, but they don't necessarily get it done on Sundays.
Yeah, can't go too low. Can't go low. Can't go low. That's the problem.
I mean, there actually is some statistical evidence to back up the fact that Finau doesn't go low enough. His scoring's not volatile enough.
You got to learn how to shoot 61 like Spieth.
There was a stat, though, Nick, about Xander that you're talking about. I know the boys over at No Laying Up are like really big on it whenever they're talking about Xander. I can't remember.
Like, I can't pick that guy to win a tournament, but as good as he is.
But it was like it was surprising because it was like statistically on Sunday he plays better than expected, which is unbelievable considering what is his official world golf, like he's a top 10 golfer. So it's like kind of crazy because it's just like statistically he plays better than he should on Sundays, yet he hasn't won a golf tournament in 2 calendar years.
It's just like somebody always kind of runs him down, and like there's always somebody that just goes lower on Sundays.
Yeah, he doesn't have good. Him and Finau, their luck is just horrible.
Poor guys. Like, I think, it's also really hard to win on the PGA Tour, but I mean, we've seen it. Like, Ricky can't do it. The whole spring break crew, except for Justin Thomas, is carrying that spring break crew, but that's another discussion for another day.
Maybe they just need to bring the spring break crew back.
I mean, we are getting close to spring break.
Maybe that's the issue. Maybe because they stopped doing it, they're all playing poorly.
Yes.
I mean, at some point, I do think some of those guys just need to have like some fun rounds of golf.
Yeah, we need a 30 for 30 spring break crew. What happened?
That would be amazing.
Too much Coke? I don't know. Justin was like, I'm not doing Coke anymore. And
Smiley Kaufman started drinking too many Natty Lights.
Yeah.
He got that sponsorship and just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be a cool couple months coming up. We got some great tournaments. I wonder how many the European swing's done, right? Like, we're not getting more European swing. No,
it's not. No. The European swing is never done.
Yeah,
that's the whole beauty of the European swing.
No, I don't think it's split fields. I just want to see all these good golfers play each other.
I mean, you're gonna see more Americans come back and play in America a lot more frequently.
Yeah, like I mean, next week we're at Pebbles, so
I think that's what I kind of missed about like the Schwab and like when we got the start of the season, we got all these guys playing in like these events, and we're like, shit. But now I'm like, if I was gonna make a Jock MKT market lineup, like, fuck, who am I gonna choose? Hudson Swafford? Like, fuck, I don't want to choose that guy.
It'd be a great Jock market pick.
It would be a great Jock market.
But I will say, like, these last few weeks on the PGA Tour, as far as just like watching on television goes, have been some of the best I've ever seen from the tour.
Yeah.
Like, they've been some of the most entertaining tournaments, and this is probably the first time in a long time I'm actually excited about the tour.
Yeah, what do we got next week?
I just told you 10 seconds ago.
What did you say?
Pebble,
that makes sense. Yeah, but isn't there no Pro-Am? It's just Pebble.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Probably get new lady golfer in there, but
that was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that was the Farmers, but I'm actually kind of excited that there's no Pro-Am this year.
I feel like it kind of makes the tournament less like prevalent. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's almost like it's a little more easygoing. It's really confusing.
I don't know. You can't tell me what the fuck goes on in the Pebble Beach Pro.
Yeah, right. Like why
they're
is
always
it so
like
confusing?
There are always like multiple scoreboards going, and I never feel like anyone who wins that tournament actually won a PGA Tour tournament.
Do you guys know who won last year's tournament at Pebble? Because I guarantee you, Nick, you share the same first name, and I don't know if either of you will ever get this answer ever in your whole life.
Nick Nick Langley. I don't know.
Like Sean maybe can get it in like 10 minutes, but I don't.
Nick Watney.
No.
I was gonna say I didn't think he won. I was just trying to think of Nick's.
My first guess was Jordan Spieth, and then
I think he's Canadian. I don't quote me on that. I could be dead wrong.
I really don't know any Nicks on the PGA Tour because no one's good.
How about if I tell you his last name? I still don't think you'd know.
Give me like the first letter.
So you're just gonna tell
T.
us?
T.
Yeah.
Nick Tanuzzi.
Yep.
No, what
Nick
is
Tanuzzi
it?
won the Pebble.
Let's.
What spilled?
What is it?
You guys gotta do this soon because I just spilled. Oh, I have a sheet.
Just-
Can you tell me the fucking name?
Just say the name, man.
Oh, I said I would do that, but you guys didn't seem intrigued. His name's
Tanuzzi.
Nick Taylor.
Oh, right, yeah.
Here's the thing about that tournament is, I think the best way I can describe this is, come on, Jackson, let's get this together, because I think you'll really enjoy this take I have here. Is I was walking home, or not walking home, I was coming home one day, or like last year, and I asked my grandpa, like, hey, like, who's winning the Pebble? And he named some amateur, and I'm like, there's no fucking, like, what do you mean, like, Tony Romo or whoever the fuck's playing in this is winning the tournament? And he's like, that's what the TV says. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, who's the pro winning?
the scoring is just always wildly complicated. It never makes any sense.
Like, what's the format? Is it best ball
I have
with
legitimately-
handicap, or like, can someone explain to me?
I've legitimately never known. I've just kind of looked at the score and been like, oh, whatever.
I'm like, oh, they're playing.
Just kind of assumed that they did like the pros were playing and then the AMs were playing, but they were playing at the same time, and they just combined the scores, and that just makes it way more confusing because that's not how it is. But
Like, I'm not gonna lie, but if I'm at a PGA Tour event, I don't want fucking, I don't know, Larry the Cable Guy standing there watching me fucking try to make a putt while I'm like trying to win a golf tournament, and he's just sitting there like, oh, that should have broke more to the right? Some bullshit like that.
He's probably just sitting. He's just like, I usually am 6 to 10 beers deep by now. This is fucking bullshit. Like, do you think anyone actually goes out on Sunday and they're just like, all right, I'm gonna try and win the actual pro-am, not the real tournament? Like, do you think people ever think about? Do
they
people
play
care
on
about
Sunday?
that?
I thought the AMs stop after like Saturday or some bullshit.
I think they do.
No,
They definitely
I think that's
stop.
right. Yeah, but like, is anyone actually concerned about the pro-am aspect?
So like, I gotta go low tomorrow, guys. We
It's
gotta
like-
fucking win this tournament.
Realistically, if you're winning the pro-am, you're probably playing pretty well. So I would assume, unless your am is just lighting it up, like, you're going to be in contention. So there's no way you're sitting there thinking about the fucking pro-am.
Yeah, I want to know the best AM finish. Like, I think if anything, they should throw in like college players playing as the AMs. Like, that would be fucking entertaining. Because it would also get more like younger guys in the game and showcasing them. That'd be pretty sweet.
That doesn't appeal to like the casual fans as much. Like,
True.
I think the thought with the pro-am is that like they think average.
Justin
people are
Timberlake's playing, so I'm gonna fucking watch.
Yeah, I think they think.
I mean,
that's,
yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably
that's
how
pretty
it
good.
works. So.
Probably.
But realistically, do that many people care about like people like Justin Timberlake enough to actually watch golf because of him?
Not the golf people who like actually care.
We need a new sponsor for that tournament because I don't want the AT&T. I honestly hate
It is
that it's
kind of weird, dude. It is
like
super
we need
weird.
like fucking Buffalo Wild Wings Pebble Beach or some bullshit like that. I want to change.
I've always
with
felt
the
like AT&T Pebble Beach just has a nice ring to it.
I feel like it's just. I feel
But
like
it's
they
too
make,
pro-ammy.
it makes it seem like it's just a normal tournament, whereas you're actually like it's Pebble Beach. I feel like it should hold some ground, like you're playing Pebble Beach. But last year, some fun facts about last year's tournament: David Duval shot 84 round one and then withdrew. Obviously, we were just.
I would withdraw too if I shot 84 in round one.
Oh, totally.
Who?
I
I wonder who his pro-am partner was. Is that guy just like, fuck this?
It's fucking Justin Timberlake. Timberlake shot 78. He's like, you fucking loser.
So Nick Taylor is Canadian, and he ended up winning by 4 strokes. And this is contradictory to your guys' points earlier in the day that Nick Taylor actually fired a 63 in round one and ended up getting the job done. But just some notables.
I just said you got to go low.
Yeah,
Personally, I just said you have to go
When did-
low in a tournament.
What point did that contradict?
That he shot 63. That's too low for round one. That's really fucking low for the first round. Like that's way
I don't
too low.
I don't think we made that point.
Nick,
I've
you
said
agree
that,
with
but
me, right?
I've made that point before. You can't go
You
too low. You
agree,
can't win the
right?
tournament.
Yeah.
But I think
but it's a
earlier in the
true
podcast
statement.
we were more saying like you have to go low in a tournament to win.
Okay, how
Like
about I
any round.
reword it to Nick, you'll like this. Nick Taylor shot way too low round one and somehow won the tournament. But second place, also Nick, Kevin Streelman. Third place, Phil
fair.
Mickelson. Fourth place, Jason Day. Fifth place, Maverick McNeely. Daniel Berger, Charles Schwartzel, Matt Jones, and yours truly, Jordan Spieth.
So do you just want to read through the whole leaderboard at this point, or
Yeah, sure. So Lanto Griffin, Matthew
All
V.
right.
Smith, Patrick Cantley, Peter
that's
Maltari,
enough of that?
We got
Kevin
some great
Hodge,
players.
Julio.
We got some great players. Scott Brown is going to be playing this week. Golfballing favorite Scott Brown. Do you guys remember him?
Yes.
Yeah.
How could we forget?
Patrick Cantley, Ricky Barnes, Joel Damon, John Daly,
I have a quick statement for you guys if you guys want to talk Rory real quick.
DJ Choi.
Rory played some great golf on Sunday, man.
Rory plays golf?
So I don't know if you guys remember the 2014 PGA Championship, but I had always assumed that because the group ahead of Rory's up by like 2 strokes going into the last hole. Ricky Fowler and Phil Mickelson are in the group in front of him.
Yeah.
So Rory and whoever the fuck he was playing with, they're waiting on 18T because there's a huge backup. It's really dark, yada, yada, yada. So Phil Mickelson waves them up to hit their tee shots. I thought the whole time, the last 7 years of my life, that Phil Mickelson had them play up the whole hole as like kind of respect for Rory, like, yeah, get it done tonight. Right? I didn't know that Phil Mickelson was pissed off that they ended up playing the whole hole together. Like I had obviously that makes sense because Phil.
Well, no, they didn't play the whole hole together.
But it was like
they
hit their tee shots. Yeah, they went to the green.
Oh, why don't you hit it? Yeah, he was pissed off. You not remember him walking? He's like, "What's going on? Like, what the fuck's going on?" Because
I thought the last 7 years of my life, I was like, I have so much respect for Phil for letting Rory get his PGA win the same day. Like, shout out to him, kudos to him for being the bigger man. And no, it's just no.
Does this change your opinion of Phil?
No, not at all. But it's just I'm glad I rewatched the 2014 last hole of the PGA Championship this weekend because yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, just speaking of tailor-made guys, we didn't talk about this with Dustin Johnson winning this weekend. Did you guys see his hat that he was wearing?
No.
He was wearing like so TaylorMade has like these new Sim 2 hats.
That sounds horrible.
And well, dude, you should look up a photo of him wearing the hat because the logo is the worst I've ever seen. Like, they were just getting absolutely ripped on Twitter for this thing.
What did he wear it when he won?
Yeah, I saw one tweet that said, like, it looks like they got just, like, some freelance graphic designer off of, like, Fiverr who was doing this for the first time and had no idea, like, what golf is.
Is it, like, the blue, like, the wave?
Yeah, it's just terrible.
It's like a surf company.
Yeah.
The 2 is just bad. Like, I guess it would be okay with, like, just the Sim, but the 2 on the...
Oh, that is a horrible hat. That's unbelievable.
You get it, you're just
let
like...
him wear this.
It looks like he's either going surfing or fishing.
I swear to God,
he looks like it's a baseball team. That's
like
what it kind of is. It's like a baseball.
No, it looks like a minor league baseball team with a shitty logo.
It looks like he just won Big Break, like, fucking Europe.
Can we bring Big Break back? I'm sorry, but we need to bring that shit back. That would be fucking electric right now. Imagine
should we get a golfer who shouldn't be in it. Like, should we throw like Xander in Big Break?
No, can we have Tony? We have Tony Finau playing the Big Break again.
He's got to play for the tour card. You haven't won shit.
I've watched his Big Break season probably 3 or 4 times.
That was such a good show. I loved the Big Break.
There were some fucking characters on that show.
Yeah, I mean the fucking drama, like it's a reality golf. Like they could do so
It's
much.
beautiful.
I
Get
think
the Bachelor producers, get the
Really
fucking
is.
Bachelor producers to produce Big Break and
Get the
give us a
Bachelor
fucking
hosts.
reality TV.
over winter break, Golf Channel was showing like reruns of the Big Break constantly. And one day I decided to like turn it on while I was running, and it was one of the women's seasons. And it is so funny how much they lie about the distances on the women's seasons. Like there are some holes where they're like, oh yeah, this is a 400-yard par four, and you'd see the girl like she'd hit it like 220, and they'd be like, all right, she has 60 yards left,
Oh my.
and you're like, what? You're like, first of all, the hole doesn't even look 400, and there's just no way that ball went 340 yards. I mean, it's wild how big some of these.
They need to bring that show back. They need to bring that show back, and it pisses me off that show is not like going on.
They should bring it back with like actual legit mini tour players, like guys who are big names in college but can't get a spot on the tour yet. Like that would be sick.
And have them play for like a PGA. Have them play for like the sponsors, like a sponsors exemption into like the Charles. Oh wait, they did that before.
That's what they do, yeah. That's
And
the
then,
whole
like,
point of the show.
Yeah, but like I feel like you got to get. I think it would be sick if they did it with like Corn Ferry like members. I don't know, but like no, actually, it's better with the college guys and
Yeah,
like big name
like
guys.
I wouldn't go Corn Ferry, but if you wanted to go like Latin American tour or like Chinese tour, because I mean there are tons of guys who are like huge names in college, like Division I All-Americans who are still trying to grind on that tour.
Yeah, give them a Corn Ferry membership, entrance into like the fucking entrance into the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. No, but I think that would be awesome again. Like
I think kind of like if you did go that route, I think you would actually see like some of these winners of the Big Break actually like go on to have decent tour careers.
I agree.
Because like in the past, they've kind of gone with these no-name like mini tour players, and like if they get that start, they don't stand a fucking chance.
Like this guy owns a shoe company, and he's ass at golf. You could honestly be like a scratch handicap and win the Big Break. You don't have to be a plus handicap. You could just fucking knock your way through, and then have to play like the 18-hole match play and just play okay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the winners weren't great. So I feel like if you gave some of these like younger, like aspiring professionals a shot, you would actually see like because a lot of these guys on the Latin American tour, for example, the talent's there. It's just getting to like the Corn Ferry tour is so fucking difficult.
I don't even think you'd have to pay any of these guys either. Like this could be a very low budget thing. Like to be honest, give them food and shit. Let them play golf. But like
dude,
the golf,
everyone would be down.
And how many people would watch? Like you throw this on a Wednesday night on the Golf Channel. Fuck.
As dead as Golf Channel is, yeah. This would get them going.
It would just be huge for like some of these guys' personal brands because like at some point. Right now, golfers who do have that personal brand established are like massive fan favorites. So, like if these guys were able to display their personality, that's gonna make a difference in like sponsors exemptions in the future. Like, I mean, even just sponsorships.
I think there's a ton of especially with what's going like the boom in golf right now. You're trying to capture COVID. You're trying to capture like this different type of like I think more than ever now people are so engaged in like even like on Twitter people are engaged with like college golf and these younger guys and stuff like that and the like these mini tours who have some type of a following that like I think the Big Break would be a really big success going on now versus when it did air just because of social media in general.
Yeah, I mean look at the way like Will Zalatoris has been a fan favorite forever. Like, he hasn't even won a PGA Tour event yet, and people just fucking love him.
He's good. He's leading. He's fifth in driving
when he was on the mini tour, like or on the Corn Ferry tour, he was like all that was talked about. Like, you'd have the chance to do that with a lot of young players, and I think that'd be really cool.
And that's a perfect example of some guy who didn't really have status finally got, or I mean, he was on and off and stuff like that, played in a couple events, but then finally got good, got his opportunity, and then like he's easily a guy you could see on the big break, and bring back the fucking big break and make it like good players. And so many fucking players would do that. There's so many golfers out right now who'd be like, you want to go to fucking Cabo for a week and play golf and try to earn.
And I just want to see the glass breaking challenge again.
Oh my god, those were the fucking best.
Those were always fucking sick. I loved seeing the glass shatter. Like, I've always wanted to do that.
It has nothing to do with skill too. Like, okay, cool, you could flight a golf ball a little. Like, I mean, it does, but at the same time, like, you see like the women do it and they just fucking shank one into the glass, and you're like, okay, that one. Let's be honest, you weren't the fucking flop wall. Come on, there'd be so many good challenges.
There was one on the season with the Finau brothers where they did like a home run derby. Like, it was like, I think it was in some kind of baseball stadium. I think the balls were like limited flight and you just had to hit home runs.
Oh my god, especially with the long drives now. Like, you guys get there would be so much drama. This one guy, he only hits at like 270. He's like, dude, this is just fucking bullshit. They have a challenge like this, and I know I'm not gonna win this. And he's just complaining. Oh my god, come on, give me the Bachelor producers.
That's what's nice about it. Then they give you that chance to like redeem yourself if you lose the challenge. You know, you play some kind of match to stay on the show.
I love that. Yeah, fucking bring back. We need to start a wave. I think that's that's the wave golfballing is gonna go for in the future, is trying to get the big break challenge back. Bring back the big break.
Yeah. So if anyone listening either works at Golf Channel or has works for a company that sponsors a tournament and could get us to choose sponsors exemptions, I mean, we could produce the show ourselves, for fuck's sake.
Honestly, throw them at Bandon Dunes. Throw them at any fucking golf resort, right? This is something like easy, low budget. Give them 2 weeks.
Throw them at the Waldorf.
There's one course. The last time I played I played there last year. The greens were shitty, but
really,
I
remember playing with my dad, and I would take a picture of all the alligators on that golf course.
Such a Jackson moment right there.
It's just never.
There's a lot of them.
It's so cute.
There's a lot of them down in Orlando.
Jackson does whatever it takes not to have to focus on the round of golf.
This is like alligators.
This is like 10 years ago too.
Does your dad play golf?
No.
Did he just drive the cart and watch you play, or
shoot some emails, drive the cart? I would imagine.
Nice.
Yeah. Quick
Fun
round.
Stop. glad the listeners get that insider info.
Hey man, if anyone wants to hear more golf stories about my dad and I feel like we're getting to the end. I'll end with this quick story. I feel like I've said it on the podcast before.
Oh, sorry. No, go for your story. I have one more thing to talk about. We forgot the Bryson commercial.
Oh, I was gonna.
Oh yeah.
But I want
to
hear.
He made 2 appearances.
Yeah, the first one was just so out of fucking left field.
Yeah, I was like on my phone, and somebody I was watching with was just like, "Is that Bryson?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
I was wearing my Bryson hoodie, and I'm like, Bryson, because I was watching it outside at a pool.
Got the Bryson sticker going right here.
Oh, but that was such a funny. It was out of left field. It was fucking.
It was wild.
Desperate. Is it Paramount or Paramore or whatever?
Paramount.
Either pair. There's too many streaming services, but I'll say my story really quickly because Nick, you played the Legacy course. You remember the Legacy course down in Sarasota?
I did.
The first hole, it's got some water on the right. Pretty short part. I don't know if you remember the first hole, but there's water on the right. And one time I was golfing. I was like a little kid, probably 12, and I went to get my ball in the swamp because I saw it. And as I went and reached into the water, a fucking alligator went in the opposite direction. So personally, I feel like if the alligator really wanted my arm, it easily had my right arm. But yeah, that's it.
Jackson was so inspired by Chubbs that he just wanted to be like him.
It scared the fuck out of me.
Here's the thing: is golf balling would never be a thing if his arm would have been taken off. Like that.
Yeah, I know. We never would have met him in high school. He wouldn't have played golf.
I don't know where
maybe
the
golf
fuck
balling. Maybe golf balling would be at the next level because I would have all this time to like edit and
but you don't.
I wouldn't be able to golf.
You have one hand.
You can edit with one hand.
You used to like legitimately actually like golf. That's why golf balling was started.
It'd be tennis balling or fucking.
I'm
I don't know,
loving
what can you
golf
play with
right
one
now.
hand?
It'd be like
You can golf with one hand.
Yeah, you can.
he'd have some account like called like the disabled golfer.
I thought that's golf,
And
Mr. Golf Balling.
Next cheek.
Kidding. Just a joke. That would be a pretty disabled golfer. I kind of want to change my name to disabled golfer Nick.
I kind of want to lose my right arm and start disabled golfer instead of golf balling. But I think it's time to hit the sell button, head down to golf or head down to Florida, lose my arm, and get this thing going with Nick down in Orlando.
Yeah, let's get that insurance money first. Let's get some insurance on that arm.
Yeah, if you guys both get disabled instead of like golfing bros on TikTok, you can be the disabled golfing bros.
And the worst part is that would definitely gain some traction. Like,
No, I mean there's that kid who like plays golf and he only has one arm, and people love him.
well, they're super inspiring. I put up
Yeah,
the last golf balling post is a guy without hands.
We need to do a disabled golfing TikTok page, but we're not. We're both physically and mentally disabled. We're just fucked. We're bad at golf, but that would be booming.
I feel like it's not in good spirit if you're not actually disabled and you make that page.
I have dyslexia.
The disabled community may take offense to that.
I have dyslexia. I have double vision.
I think a lot of
These are cop-out disabilities at best.
these are
ADHD, executive functioning
You
disorder.
can't call yourself the disabled golfer
I
and
have-
just be like, yeah, I have dyslexia and ADHD. People
I have a
just be like,
TBI. I have a traumatic
You
brain
have
injury.
You have CEO too.
Wait, what? CEO?
You have CEO and CFO. That's like disability.
Financing officer. Chief executive officer? What?
These are the types of jokes you get into 53 minutes into our podcast.
But they're good ones. I've had some really good shirt ideas, but I keep forgetting them. But like once I've been down here, like kids say stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's a great shirt idea, and then I forget about it. But I'm like,
and the best part is we can totally not credit them.
yeah, 100%, no credit whatsoever.
They don't need to know.
No. Oh.
Sean had a smile when he said that, guys.
Yeah, it was a joke.
You could see his smile on the Golf Balling YouTube channel.
Yeah, the golf. I will say, being down here in Florida, playing golf a lot, has been given it. Like my juices are flowing, my mind's flowing, my swing no more over the top. We're really shallowing.
It's got to be nice for all parties in the Bavaro household because I just saw your sister's got her boyfriend over at the home. So it seems like everyone in the Bavaro household's winning tonight.
Wow,
God,
we hadn't brought up Nick's sister in so long,
and I'm the one who brings it
Yeah,
up.
I don't want to.
know.
Where did you see? Oh, I don't want to think about my sister now. She's probably gonna take over my fucking room and my bed. I don't want to fucking know what she's doing. Goddamn bed.
Classic Jackson stalking your sister's social media.
Where'd she post this?
I was on Snapchat.
Yeah, okay.
On Snapchat.
Let's see if I'm black.
I feel like that's enough talk about Nick's sister for this podcast.
Well, I kind of like it.
No, I want to know if she still has me blocked because I don't remember seeing. Oh, I just saw this.
Why don't we
Wow,
just do
you
a
guys
whole...
got snow.
Yeah, dude, it's snowing right now.
No, she's just picking him up. There's no chance he's not staying at our house.
Picking him up at your home.
This is a fun conversation to have after the pod.
This is probably an after the podcast conversation. But you get a little bridge into our lives.
I think the golf balling fan. If you enjoy these segments of
let us know.
chitter.
I mean, realistically, if you're still listening at this point in the podcast, you probably are one of our main fans.
They probably actually love the
They
talk
probably
about
care.
this. If you're listening 55 minutes in.
If you're listening 55 minutes in, you're well aware of the situation that went down with Nick's sister. So,
Yeah.
props to you guys.
I've had some more people around me listen to the podcast, give some love. Jackson, you might know of someone named Jackson who listens to our podcast from Westmoreland.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He DM'd me, says loves a pod. Enjoys it, yeah. But he could kick our ass, but that's bullshit, and we'd play him for money any day of the week. Yeah. What?
In real life or golf?
Yeah, in golf.
Oh.
Not in real life. But yeah, no, that's kind of
Bryson commercial real quick. I don't really have any comment other than that was pretty cool, and he hit a head. You could tell he didn't get all of it. Hooked it a little bit. Not the shot you want on the Super Bowl, but.
Do you think Brooks is rattled that that wasn't him?
Brooks got his.
Brooks is.
Yeah, no, but do you think
just 1.4 million or whatever it is?
He was in commercials. The Super Bowl.
Yeah,
wasn't he in Michelob Ultra?
Yeah, but I feel like Brooks is still probably just of course Bryson gets to hit nukes on the commercial, Yeah. Brooks takes everything so personally when it comes to Bryson.
I'm honestly surprised we got two golfers and two super. Golf.
And none of them were Tucker Woods. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy, dude. That was big.
But I doubt anybody saw Brooks. Brooks is who the fuck's that guy?
I went on Twitter immediately after the first Bryson commercial. I didn't see any tweets about it, and I was like, I wonder if anyone really. So I was watching with my roommate.
There's too much going on.
He didn't say anything. I was like, man. For us golf fans, that was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, I don't know how much that actually moved the needle for Paramount, but.
Oh shit! Bryson just hit 2 golf shots. Let me inquire what.
Didn't he hit a header though? Somebody's head, a rabbit's head or some shit.
I don't even remember, so that shows how much that commercial.
I just came by so quick, and I was like, "Is that Bryson?" Got to rewatch that.
The first commercial, you're just so starstruck. You're like, "Is that Bryson?" And then the second one, you're like, "What happened? What even happened in the first commercial? I don't even know what's going on right now."
Yeah.
Because the Paramount had did they have 4 commercials? They had an ongoing story that just made no sense, and throw in some golf, and it probably threw half the viewers what? But good for golf. Great for golf. It was a great week of golf, and that's all I got for today.
Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point.
Or tonight, it's 9:00 at night, so
it's 10:00 here.
Yeah, we're Eastern time, boys.
I'm West Coast, so it's only 7 for me.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the Golfballing podcast presented by Golfballing, because we don't have a sponsor. Check back in probably Thursday for our next episode. And
cheers.
Cheers. What's the thing the Frosted Flakes guy says? They're great.